Hi guys, it's me, just checking in to see how you're getting on. Yesterday was the end of the tapping experiment for me. I did my 30 days and it went really well. So I just thought I'd share with you some of my experiences and thoughts that I've had from doing it and invite you to share yours as well. So I've been filling in my log and I've missed the odd day here and there, but that's okay because we're human, aren't we? And so what I noticed is, first of all, my average score for happy was 7 out of 10 when I started. And I know that's pretty high, but because I meditate every day, I do have this kind of constant inner happy, calm feeling. So 7 for me is a fairly good average. And actually, if you remember, right at the start, I've got my log here. Right at the start, I had a really stinking cold, and so my befores were about 5s and 4s, and then after tapping, went up to about between 6 and 8, depending on how many times I tapped. For some of those times I tapped a few times in a row rather than just the one time through. Then I was starting to feel better. My average before crept back up to my average around the 7 mark and 8. And then something weird happened is I was kind of starting at 8 and going up to 10. And then what happened was I was doing the tapping and it would go above 10, which obviously doesn't make any sense. But what I think has happened is that what I used to think was my top level for happiness being 10 has actually been expanded, so that now what I used to call 10 is now about 12 or 13, and so I have to recalibrate what my average is based on that. But so most of the time for the second half of the tapping experiment, my before score has been 8 or 9. The odd 6 or 7 in there, but mostly 8 or 9, and going up to anywhere between 10 and 13. So really interesting how that's kind of crept up. What I also noticed as well in the last few days is that just doing one round of tapping has then led to a big jump in my score, whereas sometimes on the previous weeks I'd tap through a few times to get that level of of improvement. So that's really an interesting change that was happening much quicker. So I thought I'd mention some of the physical symptoms I have when I tap, happy side effects. So I've been getting lots of tingling in my hands and also sometimes in my limbs as well, my arms and my legs. So a nice tingling, like energy's moving kind of tingling. Lots of yawning some days. I had back pain one day and decided to change to why am I so happy in my back, because this back pain was really quite irritating. So I did that, and that really seemed to help my back. Really did seem to kind of ease the pain and boosted my happiness as well. So that was a really good thing to discover. In between times, lots of tingling. What else have I put? Much quicker, bursting with happiness when I did it yesterday. Absolutely zinging I was and bouncing around. I absolutely loved it. So what you probably don't know is that in the meantime, after we started this experiment, I inadvertently started a meditation experiment at the same time, and it was completely unintentional. I you know that I follow Kyle Cease on YouTube. I've talked about him a lot, and he's doing a 100-day self-connection experiment, and so I started meditating for an hour a day, and then he's doing 2 hours. So I did an hour a day, and I thought, God, this is pretty cool. And sometimes I get an extra hour in the afternoon, and I found myself doing 2 hours a day. And now, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm actually setting my alarm 6:30 so that I can get 2 hours of meditation in before I get up and go about my day, which is crazy because I'm not normally a morning person. So I don't know, I can't say hand on heart that the way that my top level has raised up is solely down to the tapping, or whether it's because I've been meditating more as well. But either way, it's a really interesting thing to have happen. So that's what's been happening for me. I'm going to carry on tapping, and I'm going to carry on with my log as well, because I find that really useful to actually be able to look back and see what's changed over a month. And really, a month is a very short time, so I find it really helpful, and I hope you have too. So I'm going to carry on for another 30 days using my log, and I'd love to know how you've been getting on. So please feel free to write in the comments, or you can record a video or send me a private message and let me know how you're getting on, if you've been doing your tapping, if you've been keeping up with it, what's been going on for you, and have you noticed anything interesting. So please do share, because it'll help everyone who's taking part, and I'd dearly love to know how you've got on, because this is, you know, something that I find so fascinating. So the other side of that is, if you've been having any problems or difficulties with either keeping up with it, or with actually doing it, or whether you've been finding, you know, not getting any change from doing it, or something like that, it could be that you need a bit of one-to-one help. You may need to just have a quick chat with me to make sure that you're doing the tapping in the right way, with the right word. Maybe there's something we can tweak to make it work better for you. So I'd like to offer you an online Tap Yourself Happy session, which I'll put a booking link down below for you. You can click on that, book in for an online session. Even if you've had a session with me before, you can carry on and book the Tap Yourself Happy session. We'll have a look at what you've been doing. You can tell me about, you can show me your log and what's been going on, and we can just make sure that your tapping is going to take you forward to feeling happy and helping you achieve what you want to achieve. So thank you so much from my heart for taking part in this experiment, this challenge, because, you know, I just had an idea one day and you guys all jumped on board. So thank you so much, and I look forward to hearing what's been going on for you. Cheers. Bye-bye.